I know. It's been a very, very, very long time. 2 years to be exact, if not more. To be honest, I have tried to film this video a lot of times and I end up deleting them because it's not up to what I want to give you guys. But now I think I'm ready to what happened in 2 years of me being away. So let's get into the gist. Honestly, the reason why I stopped posting 2 years back was because life got too heavy for me. I used to think growth was this perfect straight line trajectory, but the last 2 years taught me that you have to go quiet sometimes to find your voice again. I didn't want to be putting out anyhow content because I wanted to be consistent and not giving you guys like full value, evergreen content and things like that. So I had to like take a step back, aside the other things that were happening in my life at the time, actually focus on the things I was doing at the time. So let's like backtrack. So I started school. I started to go back to school in 2024. I started my master's October 2024 to be exact. I was working, running a business, creating content for my business, creating content for my personal page, trying to show up while handling school. It was a lot at the time, so I had to take a step back to really do school because no one really prepares your mind for the amount of work masters come with. It might look like, oh, it's going to be a breeze, but trust me, the amount of work that you have to put in your masters is underrated, to be fair. So I had to like do that and not fail because who wants to do masters twice? I didn't do my undergraduate twice. Is it not masters I want to do twice? Hell no. So I had to like focus on that, focus on work, and focus on my business. If you do not know, I'm a hairstylist based in Abuja. We offer hair services like wig revamp, hairstyling, some wig making, lace ventilation, refill and repair. We had to even stop, or we I had to, because I'm currently running it alone. I had to stop some services like hair coloring. Trust me, it was a whole lot at the time. Fast forward to 2025 January, I met someone and we started talking, and I'm shy, sorry. We started talking and I thought things were going on well. We had like few arguments here and there. Not to make this video about my relationship or the ship at the time, but like we got talking in January, February, March. We started having arguments in March, and in April, Baba said, you know, do again. I said, okay, fine, no problem. Struggling with that, and my thesis was a hassle. No one would ever know, to be honest, because I would like to put up a strong woman face. But trust me, what was happening in my head was a lot. So trying to heal from that and finish my thesis, side by side work and business was a whole lot. My 2025 just went downhill from like April. Struggling with my thesis, trying to make my code work, getting results, putting the thesis together, struggling with plagiarism. Trust me, it was a whole lot. February, I did had my birthday. February 27th is my birthday, so I had a shoot, a whole mood board, a whole concept of which was delivered perfectly. Check my pictures on Instagram. I was doing my 10K steps. I was hitting some goals, and at the same time, I was struggling in some part of my life, right? So, come April, deadline for my thesis was coming close. I needed to have completed it by June, July, and I wasn't getting the results I wanted. I had to lock in, like literally lock in. I wasn't going anywhere. I was just writing code over and over and over and over and over and over again. That was June, July. Completed my thesis, did my defense, everything went well. The external examiner made few corrections of which I had to correct, send back to school, yada 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 yada. I finished that, I defended, everything went on fine. So I continued working as a Nigerian. If you have one stream of income, like you don't run a business, you don't have like maybe two or three jobs, maybe contract jobs you do, UI, UX design this, front end this, just doing a whole lot of things to make a living. That is the life I was living. I was doing a lot of things. Trust me, there was nothing I could not do at the time. I developed a lot of skills in the last 2 years. Data analysis of which I actually now put in most of my efforts in 2025, right? So I was doing a whole lot. Sadly, coming to the end of the year, October, November, I kept on falling sick back to back, back to back. My mom even has asked me that, are you sure everything is okay? Let's go to the hospital. In first week of November, I ran tests, found out I had malaria and typhoid. I think I had that 6 times last year. I was really struggling for my life, but no one would actually know unless you actually tell someone, right? So because I was juggling a whole lot at the time to stay afloat, to be an average Nigerian, right? So November, a week to my graduation, I felt sick again, like very, very, very sick. I couldn't do nada. I was very, very, very sick, which was very, very scary. I did not know that I would see the next day. I was sick for like 3 days straight. I was in bed. My mom came and was taking care of me, making sure I was eating. I was shaking. I was like, God, if this is going to be my last day on earth, I would say my last prayer. I was in my last prayer, but God healed me, and that was the same time I decided to start my YouTube channel again, because why not? Why not document my life? Because there are sometimes that I try to look back, if not for pictures that I take on my phone. Salem encourages us to like take a picture a day just to like document the moment. Do you get? So if not for pictures that I do take or videos I do take of myself or whatever is happening around me, I wouldn't even know what happened the previous years. I don't know if I'm losing memory or I'm getting older and looking younger, but I kept on forgetting things that happened. So I said, why not document my life from this stage, finishing my master's? So that's how I started again, started vlogging. And I think sometime before my convocation, also, I got my termination letter from one of my contract jobs that I do. And would I say it was a major source of income for me? And it sort of destabilized my December plans. Trust me, I had a lot of things planned for December, a lot of things laid down for December. So my last day was like November 30th, and I had to plan strategically for 2026. I had to make payments for things that would take me at least the first 2 quarters of the year before I get something to slap on that hole that was created in my stream of income, my streams of income, right? I started going to gym again. Praise the Lord. Round of applause for me. Being consistent. I didn't do the 5 days a week. I created a plan that worked for me at the time, which I have stuck to. So December was a month of strategic planning, like I've said. So I know that I want to take my fitness journey seriously in 2026. So I made the plan to pay for my gym sub for 2 quarters. So that's roughly 6 months. They were doing like a discount. So I mean, sharp sharp, I paid. I paid for that, stocked up the house with things I know that would take me for a good amount of time while I stabilize and reduce my expectations. As my income is not here, I reduced my spending, the things that like my expenditure basically. Then I bought skincare. I didn't really take care of my skin in 2025, honestly. It was me winging it for the most of it. I sure know I had moisturizer. I know I had niacinamide. I know I had face wash. I think that was the most of it. I didn't have sunscreen. I didn't have vitamin C. So I didn't have a lot of things, but that was my 2025. My skincare was shit. It was rubbish. Yes, of which I am doing better this year. I know it's just 2nd of January. I have already started my skincare again from where it stopped in I think 2021. If you remember on my YouTube channel, I used to do like nighttime skincare routine. So yes, that will be coming back for sure. The major things that I know that I want to achieve in 2026, I make sure that I won't have any reason to not do them. Because I mean, if you paid for 6 months, you wake up and say you'll not go to the gym. If you see good food, good things that will help you stay afloat in your healthy eating journey, won't you eat them? If you see your skincare, would you allow it to expire? So just I've just put things in place that would motivate me to do the things I want to do in 2026. Right. So that's the most of my 2025, and that's what has been happening for the past 2 years. So I will just reintroduce myself. For those that do not know me, my names are Favor Kemi, Olukemi, not Oluwakemi, Olukemi Kumolu. I am an Abuja based content creator. I'm back. I'm here to stay, and I'm going to be documenting my life while we grow together. Okay, don't forget that this channel is more like your bestie, your sister. Cheers to growth, cheers to discipline. We're not going to do things in our fields this year. No matter how much you feel unmotivated, remember that you have to be disciplined, like a very, 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 very disciplined. Okay, so I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.